Matter of fact, check this off. Goddamn Ravens to piss me off. Hit that like button, man. Hit the Cash App too. The PayPal, hit the Zelle. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Zelle, hit the like button. So now I know why now I know why Jim Jones decided to do the turkey giveaway. It's because Max B did one first, man. It's because Max B did one first. What's up, Beasley? I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Hit the like button, y'all. I was at the game, freezing cold. Motherfucking 20-degree frigid temperatures out that bitch. And we went out there and got motherfucking ran out the stadium. Man, we got ran out the stadium, bro. Shit was horrible, man. Ruined my night. That's probably why I ain't sleep. If the Ravens would have won, I might be asleep by now, man. Straight up and down. Yeah, I posted a pregame on my channel trying to get the notification. But if we'd have won, I'd have went to sleep. I wouldn't be woke right now, man. I mean, I'd have slept peacefully. Probably had a nice dream. Maybe had a threesome or something in my dream or something. You feel me? It would have had a nice dream tonight. Now, I don't even want to go to sleep, man. For real. Fucking Ravens, man. Piss me off. And what really pissed me off about it is that we beat ourselves, yo. Could have won that game, man, and lost. Yo, but I ain't talking about the Ravens, yo. I'm talking about Jim Jones. Y'all know I ain't feeling Jim Jones, especially after he said three things recently. When he said he was chasing clout, when he talking about he got a better catalog than Nas. That's when I started looking at him crazy. Then the other day he was on he had a show with Joe Buttons, and he said on the show he supports basically blackballing people. You know, he supports that shit. And man, he said he don't want the internet to be the wild, wild west. Actually, the exact words was gatekeeping. Jim Jones supports gatekeeping. Even mentioned gatekeeping, the podcasting realm. Which is crazy because he's new to this. You know. How you gonna come in with the mind frame of gatekeeping something that you knew in? Like that's why those guys dangerous, man. What it is. That's what make those guys dangerous, yo. Cause that's the mentality they got. They don't want everybody to eat. Nope. That's not their job. Their job isn't for everybody. Their job is to gatekeep and to keep real niggas out. While fuck boys thrive and excel. Then he said he what else he said on that platform? He supports gatekeeping and he's selling chaos. He said he's selling chaos, man. Hell yeah, Willie. I'm like, damn, shorty. But earlier today, we talked about how he had that Thanksgiving giveaway when he was giving out turkeys. And he ain't really saying like, yeah, yo, Jim Jones a fucking sellout, man. He shouldn't get no support from the black community. It's a sellout. I mean, he'll sell anything as long as he benefiting. He don't give a fuck how detrimental it is. Like I told y'all, Jim Jones is the one that pushed that blood shit on the East Coast. I'm old enough to remember. Anybody that disagrees either don't know or they lying. Jim Jones pushed gangbanging on the East Coast. He did. He pushed that shit on the East Coast. It's a fact. I was there. You feel me? I was there, man. I remember it. He did snitch. He did snitch in the airport. He a fuck boy, yo. But he did a turkey giveaway the other day, and he was real ignorant about the whole situation. Like he ain't really want to be there. You feel me? Now I talked about this earlier today, but now I know why he did it. He didn't want to be there. The only reason Jim Jones did the turkey giveaway is because Max B did one. Now I want y'all to see the difference in how Max B handled it compared to how Jim Jones handled it. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I just want y'all to see the difference in these dudes, y'all. Character, see, yo, with me, character is everything. You feel me? Like I'm not fans of these guys musically. If I can't rock with you based off of how you know, the perception you give and your interviews and shit like that, yo, I can't rock with you. Though what it is, Quentin. I can't fuck with your music or none of that, yo, because I don't deal with fuck boys. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't matter how good you rap. You can be the best rapper in the world. If I, especially nowadays where you get to listen to these people, you know, you get to know more about them than you typically did back in the day. But you can be the best rapper in the world, yo. You know what I mean? Once I watch your interviews and what you say is not lining up with what you do, then I can't fuck with you, yo, at all. I can't listen to your music no more. I stopped listening to nigga music about that. Straight up. So look, right? So look at this. Look at his turkey giveaway compared to Max B's. Now Max B is a real one. I don't think nobody can deny that. The paperwork that Whack 100 is pushing is false, fabricated lies. I covered it numerous times. I showed y'all it was fake. We went to the what's up, Neil? Yeah, man. It ain't even really embarrassed. These niggas be flat out lying, man. Like, yo, for Jim Jones, right, to have pushed all that gang culture on the East Coast, and now years later he said he supports gatekeeping. That make me look at him different. That made me think, yo, maybe that was a play. You know, maybe Jim Jones was a play. You know, because he used to be a backup dancer. And now I'm looking back at it now. Yo went from being a backup dancer to blowing up rap and pushing gang shit. So he was a fuck boy from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? He was a fuck boy from the beginning, man. That man was created. Jim Jones is a creative player, man. He a creative player, man. He was created to push that gang shit on the East Coast. And you see how detrimental it is. You see how much carnage it caused. Like I said, it wasn't Bloods in Baltimore before Jim Jones, man. It wasn't. It wasn't. We always grew up thinking that, yo, we ain't on that gang shit. You feel me? We ain't on no gang shit. It's individual mayhem in Baltimore. Jim Jones came with balling and all that shit he pushed. And next thing you know, slowly but surely, it was Bloods in Baltimore, man. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. And, yeah, it just got me questioning his whole existence. Nah, I'm not saying he started Bloods. I know who started Bloods in New York. But Jim Jones popularized Bloods on the East Coast. He did. He popularized it on the East Coast, bro. Niggas can vouch. Who was old enough in 2003, 2002 and shit like that? He popularized it on the East Coast, bro. He spreaded it. That shit was a West Coast thing. That was a West Coast thing. Who can vouch? Who can vouch that's from the East Coast? That's at least 40 and can vouch to say, yo, yeah, I remember that shit wasn't a thing, and then Jim Jones came out and pushed that shit hard. I don't fuck with him. I think he a creative player, yo. I really do. I just came up to that determination today that Jim Jones is a creative player. He went from being Cameron backup dancer to one of the biggest bloods on the East Coast. That's strange, man. I'm not talking about New York, bro. You keep talking about New York. Gangs was already in New York, but it didn't travel down. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Gangs was already in New York, but it didn't travel to Baltimore. It didn't travel. It didn't travel to Philly. It didn't travel to some of these cities until Jim Jones popularized it, man. That's what it was, bro. It ain't about New York. I know Gangs was in New York. Gangs been in New York for a long ass time, but it didn't reach Baltimore. It didn't reach Baltimore until Jim Jones came out with that shit, man. I'm telling you. Niggas that can vouch. Just like Wayne started in the South. It's a fact, yo. All these guys sold us out years ago. But it's like back then we didn't know, because a lot of us was young. But looking back at it now, they sold us out, yo. Jim Jones been a sellout. For Jim Jones to support gatekeeping, it let me know who the fuck, as a black man, yo, you support gatekeeping? Yo, that is a flagrant foul. As a black man, you support gatekeeping. We ain't the ones at the gate. So basically you upholding racism. Basically, Jim Jones will uphold racism. Jim Jones will be the slave. He'll be a slave catcher. If we was to go back in slavery times, Jim Jones will be a fucking slave catcher, man. He be the nigga telling the boss, telling master, man, keep your G and them guys try to get away, man. I chased him down. Shot at him a few times. For real. Y'all don't understand, y'all don't see the connection? Is that a far reach to say a black man that supports gatekeeping would be a slave catcher during slavery times? Because it'd be different if we was the ones dictating. We not at the gate. So basically you upholding principles that you upholding other people's principles. You understand what I'm saying? Only for your sole purpose, you don't look at it like for the benefit of the community. He in it for self, man. He in it for self. Man, I never supported gangs. He could be. He could be. He could be auditioning. I don't like what 50 Cent doing with Diddy either. I think that's flawed, man. I think we gotta stop letting these niggas get away with that shit, man. Like, yo, these guys be doing some of the wildest things, and all I see in the comments is laughing emojis. Hope I gotta pee, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm tripping, y'all. But I've never heard a black man say he support gatekeeping. Yeah, there is, Lamar. That's what I'm starting to realize, Lamar. I'm starting to realize rappers sold us out. Some of them intentionally, some of them unintentionally. But I think the ones that's still around, the biggest ones, I think they was all complicit in the play. I think they knew what they was doing. I think they knew what they was doing. I ain't never heard a black man say he support gatekeeping ever. And he akin it to the Wild Wild West. You don't want it to be the Wild Wild West out here. And I'm like, damn, bro, that's a bold statement. As fucked up as our community is, we at the bottom of the totem pole in the United States as a whole. Yo, we don't need to be trying to gatekeep nothing. You feel me? We need to be wanting everybody possible to get on and make some money. That way we can weed out the fake. Some fake gonna slide through the cracks, but it's gonna be some real ones that look out and do the right thing, and try to uplift the community. It seems like know what it is, Savage. I don't think every nigga is gatekeeping. It seems like the ones that will gatekeep are the ones that's getting the shot. That's why they kicked Dame Dash out. Dame Dash wanted niggas on. Nah, you a threat. We gonna put Jay-Z. We gonna remove you and elevate Jay-Z. I can believe that. I can believe that. I just was like, damn, Jimmy. And the crazy thing about it, right? Similar to Gilly and Wilo. It's like, yo, we elevate these guys, get these guys rich, only for these guys to then turn around and gatekeep. Like, where would Jim Jones be if it wasn't for black people? I mean, because if you talking gatekeeping, you gatekeeping against your own community. You ain't gatekeeping nobody else. You ain't keeping white people out the gate. You ain't keeping Asians out the gate. You keeping your own people out the gate. The same people that elevated you, bro. The same people that put you in the position that you in today. You gatekeeping against those people? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I think we were designed to fucking lose that game. They trying to set it up for us to play the Steelers the last game of the season, and that's going to determine who go to the playoffs. That's what it's set up to do. No, you see, I turned my head to the side. I turned it to the side, man. Yeah, that's. I think that's what's designed, yo. But yeah, Jim Jones a wild. He wild. He wild. Yeah, I agree, Lamar. You said in the art of war, in a particular chapter, it tells you that you will never know who's really running the show. That's how true bosses operate. I just don't understand, yo. A black man, the gatekeeper is crazy. Like I ain't no nigga start like that. Even Joe Buttons was like, oh, like it depends on who at the gate. You feel me? Like hold the fuck up. But we already know who at the gate. Like go listen to this shit if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. And I wasn't even going to talk about this. I was actually going to talk about the turkey giveaway. He did a turkey giveaway because Max B did one. And that's the only reason. And you can tell that's the only reason because look at his demeanor compared to Max B's demeanor. Max B looked like he was having a good time. Like that's what he wanted to do. Jim Jones looked like he was forced. Like he ain't want to be there. Like he ain't want to be there with the people that made him rich. Let me find it. Here you go.
Finance a Bronco with the one that builds the Bronco. Ford Credit makes it easy to around and interview people outside of music. We got to lead the cage at some point. So Mona is great. We love Mel. Decent man. Baby Bob. You're a decent man. She gotta represent me. If you see, that's what my girl said. If you see me twisted, you gonna see her backing out the Rari, and you gonna be like, oh yeah, they stepping. They stepping hard. You know, like don't worry about what I'm doing.
All
worry
right,
about
what
what
it
she's
is,
doing.
see?
That's what my girl told me. I'm a representation of you, and yeah, she gotta look more rapper than I do in that like. And they putting new cameras up everywhere. She in the strip club. I'm not. As an adult, we can't sign up to be. They taking $8 to $10 of every 100 pack. They bugging in there. More than that. They're taking 20. It was 50 for 50 for 50. Like time to think. Can your son?
Try and find the part, y'all. For people that didn't see it.
Them niggas gotta go to church. Big rappers like the now. It was Big Pac, Big L, John, and they making the cool with it. Well, it ain't my business no more because I'm doing okay. And of course, let's get to that. I mean, but from a civilized standpoint, everything is transactional out here. It is. From a man to a female aspect. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just the attitude right now. But you cool with it.
Yeah, they still be.
Well, it ain't my business no more because I'm doing okay. And because I've been with my girl for fucking going on 7 years. So, I mean, I'm not. But even that is like, shit, these bags is getting these motherfucking bags. But again, it's different for me and my son because we from different eras, right? Like in my day when I was 21 or when I was 18, I could fuck the woman, the older woman, with no problem. With no problem for free. Today, nah, these 23-year-old girls is going in New York. With 19 keys on the levels, so many people losing jobs. And you can't drive to this borough without 9. This is really for the past 20 years. For real? Yeah. But just like the whole shit? Like, yeah. Get a grip, because the Fab AI? Or we gonna go put one of these little techie niggas.
All right, back here.
Find the new next hot shit. That's what everything will start as the Wild Wild.
Here you go.
Let niggas in.
Listen to him.
The problem be with the people that.
Listen to this nigga, y'all.
That was the.
Listen to this nigga, y'all. This is supposed to be a street dude from Harlem. Came from the struggle. You know, grew up rough, like a lot of us. Is now supporting gatekeeping. Like, I really want to talk to Jim Jones. Like I said before, I want to know, when did you start feeling this way? Like, did you grow up with this mentality, or just this something? Was you groomed to think like this? You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is grooming, yo. This is grooming, yo. We don't gatekeep. We don't get taught gatekeeping in our community. Especially when you come up struggling. You got siblings and shit. You come up, you trying to make sure everybody's straight. That's why when you get bread, you give back. You know, a lot of us can't wait to get money so we can help our community, help our family, help, just help the situation. So with Jim Jones saying that he supports gatekeeping, that can't be something that he grew up on. That had to have been something that he learned along the way. Like, he was taught that. Listen to him.
Niggas live in a community where the guests come, they got to call up. Who is the person at the gate? Is he a dick?
Oh, yeah, let's go back.
Somebody that. It should always be the Wild West.
Here we go.
They're back there. I can't see because it's dark in here, but you niggas is on them Googles. You niggas is on y'all shit. When Jim sat down, I was like, oh shit, Jim off the head with it paused. Like,
Yeah,
no paper.
For the most part.
Yeah,
You know what
I like that.
They reading in between the lines to see if it's, you know what I mean, if I need some help, they bring me back up to speed.
Nah, you killing this shit. You doing great.
I appreciate that, man. You was talking about gatekeeping, right? Do you think gatekeeping is a thing that needs to be implemented sometimes, or do you think that it should always be the Wild West as far as podcasting or even maybe the music industry? Because gatekeeping, as much as I hate it,
I'm about to
keep
say.
some rules
Look,
and regulations.
yo, you can't say that and then say, as much as I hate it, you can't hate it, bro. You have to love it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I never heard a black man support gatekeeping before, yo. I have not. Maybe y'all heard. Like, this is, I think Jim Jones is the first black man to ever come out publicly and say he supports gatekeeping. Let me know if I'm wrong, yo. Have y'all heard somebody else say this before? Anything close to it? I know I haven't.
To how things happen. And so the oversaturated population of artists is like gatekeeping definitely used to help that out.
I'm a fan of gatekeeping. I'm just not a fan. Who's at the gate?
What?
Yeah.
Look,
got it.
Nah.
he laughed because he knows who's at the gate. Just like Joe Buttons. Just like Joe Buttons knows who at the gate. You feel me? So he laughed because he's not going to say, you know who at the gate, man. You know, the Jews or, you know, white people. You know, it's not black people at the gate. It's Jim Jones at the gate. Yeah, man. Disguised as a black man, telling other black people, no, you can't get in. You can't get in. You can't get this bag. Yeah, they giving out money here, yo, but you can't get it.
That was it. That was the illest shit
You know,
I heard
niggas
today, nigga.
live in a community
Who's
where
at
the
the
company,
gate,
the
nigga?
guests come, they got to call up. Who is the person at the gate? Is he a dick? Is this somebody that understand us?
Yo, he
Is this
laughing.
somebody that's gonna bend the rules, let niggas in? Like, the problem be with the people that have been out the gate. Like, if you talking music, they took all the niggas that know music out the music business. They done fired 300 niggas from here. This label merged with here. Like, so the people that love this shit aren't the people today that are rocking. So it's tough. And those are the people that are approving it, green light and shit, approving checks and signing motherfuckers. So that part is tough. Everything will start as the Wild Wild West. So podcasts started as the Wild Wild West. Same way music at some point, 2 turntables and a mic, Sedgwick and all that. It's the Wild Wild West. We partying. At some point, it's like weed. Hey, niggas are smoking weed. They locking niggas up. At some point, if shit is lit, they gonna come and regulate and put some rules in place and put some of their people and get their lawyers and push us. And we gotta go and find the new next hot shit. That's what podcasting was.
Yo, but it's not us. It's not us meaning them. It's us meaning us. You feel me? They not I ain't talking about Joe Buttons, 'cause I think Joe Buttons did it on his own. He don't got a whole bunch of ads and shit like Million Hours Worth of Game. He started his program, he started his platform from the ground up. But this how they trick us. They trick us by saying us, like we all in this together. But no, it's really us versus them. You feel me? That's really what it is, man. It's really us versus them, yo. Cause Jim Jones supports gatekeeping. He supports it. Even though he said as much as he hated. You know, as much as I hate it, I mean you kinda need it. Nah, bro. Nah, yo. That's some bitch ass shit, Jimmy.
For me, now that's probably streaming, but even streaming is, you know, they gatekeeping. But
Definitely gatekeeping.
yeah, they gatekeeping.
It's a small percentage of people gatekeeping that big ass streaming world too.
Yeah. So now what's left after that? So the next step is going to get even scarier because, like you said, it's AI now. How will humans adapt to AI? How will you implement it?
So they moved away from the conversation. Jim Jones ain't want to talk about it no more after Joe Button said who at the gate. We know who at the gate. He know, I know, y'all know. It's just sad that it's so many black people willing to sell out and keep other black people out the gate. That's crazy to me. But what I was talking about was this damn turkey drive. Cause Jim Jones a clown, y'all. I might be on his neck all year. And I told y'all, yo, I would much rather talk about the black sellouts than Adam 22 or Vlad TV. I always say that, yo. I think they are a much bigger threat. You know, the people like Jim Jones, the black man like Jim Jones that support gatekeeping, is a much bigger threat than Vlad. Much bigger threat. And the reason I always say is because these guys are allowed to blend in. You know, it's hard to recognize these guys sometimes. You know, cause they look like us, they act like us, they talk like us, they dress like us. But in reality, they ain't us. They ain't us, man. And we getting a lot of that on the internet now. That's why I don't support the rapper podcast. I never supported them. I can't support them because I know what they doing. They gatekeeping. They gatekeeping. So instead of building up new people and putting other people on, they rather use their pawns that they always use. The Jim Joneses, you know, the rest of the guys. They rather use them guys. But the crazy thing about it is, especially when it comes down to podcasting and YouTube, is we are the ones that created this. We created this lane, the independent speaker. You know, the basically the nobody. You feel me? The motherfucker that couldn't rap. You feel me? Couldn't sing. Just had interesting opinions, or just was an interesting person, or entertaining, and people gravitated towards it. But now they're giving us these guys because they don't want independent speakers. They don't want that. And it's just sad that people like Jim Jones is upholding those principles. It's crazy. But look at Jim Jones.
Right.
Look at Jim Jones at this turkey giveaway. He ain't want to be there. But I know why he did this. He only did this because Max B did one. And Max B looked like he was having the time of his life. See, yo, I would love to be in a position where I can give back to my people, yo. I mean, like, yo, you supposed to be, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling to come from nothing, get some money, and be able to give back to the people that come from nothing as well. You would think. But no, Jim Jones is agitated, frustrated. He ain't want to be there at all. Check him out. He not really engaging with the people or nothing. Yeah, that's what it looked like, Mac Bacon. Look, shit phony as shit. Them getting out cold ass turkeys.
He got it out the way. No. I seen already.
Look,
It's like your third time. Yeah, third time. I let you slide like twice already. Oh, you caught? You caught? Yeah.
He did what?
This lady's like, come on now. Yeah. And I let her slide twice already. You know how I'm going with everything. How you go for the third time? Three strikes out. I ain't trying to blow it up, but come on, three strikes out. He's like, nah. He's like, nah.
Look, he's not happy at all, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you new. Yeah, I don't even like the concept. I don't even like the concept of giving away turkeys. Why don't you just give away meals? You know what I mean? Give away meals, man. Nice meals, have it catered. Like, put some thought into it. Like, you're not putting any thought into giving away turkeys. A lot of times, that shit don't even be that money for real. He just the face. Somebody else paying for that shit. There's no real thought into this, man. Like, this is not showing the people that you care. Yeah, man, we gonna order motherfucking 200 turkeys and we just gonna give them away. Nah, man, put some thought into that shit, man. And let me show you what I mean by that. How long is this? We can watch the rest of it. Man, feet, man, Chicago, man. Yeah, it's a photo op.
My goddamn phone on this bitch. Fucking mad. Why did I break my phone? Mad. Thank you. Got this bitch. Yeah, my sister, my nephew. I just got this, man. 400 turkeys. Happy Thanksgiving. Got
400 turkeys.
already got Shout out to all the people that helped. It's a blessing. Everybody helped, participated.
These are the same people that made you a thing, bro. But look, let me show you what Max B did. Look at what Max B did, though. Max B showed out. Hold on.
I know that's right. And what we tuned into? We tuned into.
Whole different vibe.
Okay, to get some turkeys for Thanksgiving. I'm talking about next week. It's coming. So hurry up, pull up. We just started, really. The line is getting long, but we outside, all right? Come on, PPTV, Lady Mad, what's up? Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, let me get your I think y'all should work together right now.
It's a whole different vibe, yo. Hold on. Whole different vibe, yo.
Gotta love this smooth shit, man.
Look how Max B came through.
Boy, Bigger Val.
Giving the people meals, man. Put thought into it, man. Come on, y'all. Put some thought into it, man. He looked like he having a good time, man. Smiling. Came through real clean. Total different vibe, y'all. This is different between a person that wants to give back and a person that's forcing himself to give back. It's the difference. I had to turn it down, yo, because the music is playing. That shit gonna copyright. Look at that shit, man. Totally different. Hold on. Now this was 7 days. This was 7 days before Jim Jones did what he did.
So when it's over, when it's over, we tell it. Look. When it's over, that's when we talk about the mistakes we made. I can put my, I have. Everybody else. Like you said, I was, they gonna come to you,
Jim Jones probably been like, man, hell no. I ain't taking pictures with no adults. I can see just that. Let's go back to Jim Jones shit. This man was forced, man. Look like Max B was giving out meals.
live in Maryland, you're definitely gonna want to hear this. If you've been injured in a car
Hold on.
accident and it's someone else's fault, you could be owed.
Look.
McDonald's is still on his way.
The whole vibe is off, yo.
Yeah, I know. They just walked up. We're gonna get the photo for it. We're gonna get the photo of all of us. Why not be cute? Stop doing that.
He fuck right. Hey yo, he fuck right. Is counting turkeys. I can see yo counting turkeys in his head. Shit, how many we got left? We done gave away like 100 of them. We still got 300 left. Shit, we'll be here all day. He just a fuck boy, yo. I just be wanting to show people the difference between real versus fake, yo. Cause if you don't pay attention, yo, you can get fooled. You know, you can think you saying real, but really saying fake. This shit right here is fake.
I don't know if you'll be able to call me if you want that. Oh. So you got enough turkey. You're so beautiful. At least you don't have turkey. You know, this right here, get cowboy and better look like this.
Just don't look like you having a good time, yo. Let's go back to Max B shit. This is like they're having a better time there, man. What's up, Sean? Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Just look like, you know, just like he having a better time than me, man. I know Yandy was there. I should seen that shit somewhere. Got the music playing. Yeah, Mike Epps' comments was crazy. I think Mike Epps homeboys from jail got wind of that and called him up and made him dial back on that shit. I understood what he was saying, but at the same time, Mike Epps was wrong. Though people can celebrate whatever the fuck they want, and nobody is celebrating a person coming home. That's not what's being celebrated. What's being celebrated is that our loved one is back to the family. And also, if a person keeps going back and forth to jail, they don't get celebrated every time. Like that's not how that works. The first time you go to jail, you go to prison, you spend a stretch. Yeah, people gonna be happy to see you, yo. People might throw you a party, but you go back another time and another time and another time, if you don't get no motherfucking party for that. No, that's not how that works. And Mike Epps didn't say that when he said what he said. He made it seem like that every time somebody go to prison and do some time, they come home to a party, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. I ain't never see a person come home multiple times to a party or to a get together with a whole family there. Maybe your homeboys on the block could do that. You feel me? But not your family. You know, it ain't gonna be no big extravagant get together where everybody can't wait to see you. Cause I don't know, people get tired of that shit. And nobody celebrate. And it's not the celebration of you coming home from jail. It's the celebration of you being welcomed back to the family, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And people celebrate a lot of things. You know, people celebrate graduations. People celebrate uh, uh, high school graduations, college graduations, proms. Like he made it seem like that we only celebrate in the black community. We only celebrate negativity, and that ain't the truth. And yeah, he did get some calls. He got some calls from the joint because he was dead wrong for that, or he should have just explained it properly. Now, once he explained it, it makes sense. You know, I don't want kids to get the wrong perception. All right, well, tell them what people are celebrating. Don't make it seem like people are celebrating failure. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not what that is, man. That ain't what that is, yo. If you ain't seeing your motherfucking sibling in 10 years for whatever reason, yo, you gonna want to have a celebration where all the family is there, and we gonna live it up, yo. And it's supposed to it's supposed to say it's supposed to be like a deterrent from you going back. Cause once you see the love that you got, yo, people be crying and shit. Like yo, it serves as a deterrent, yo. Like yo, look what you're doing with your family, yo. Look what you're doing to people. Because when you go away and do jail time or prison time, yo, your family is incarcerated with you, depending on the situation. And then that's another thing too, where I was over there on every politician's platform. He was talking about it, and I left a comment because it was one dude like I'm saying, no, but why are you celebrating this? Why are you celebrating that? It's like, yo, do you know most people in jail or in prison don't have nobody? Like, yo, everybody in prison ain't eating. Yeah, Lamar played terrible, man. You funny as shit. So it's not like we just got this influx of people going to jail and the family supporting them. Man, fuck no, man. Motherfuckers be in prison struggling. No bags. You heard me. Then that bitch trying to rob Peter to pay Paul to eat because their family ain't sending them nothing. Especially the ones that keep going back. So Mike Epps was wrong. He was wrong in that sense. And I think he understands he was wrong. That's why he clarified it. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure some people called him. I'm pretty sure some people called him and was like, Mike, what the fuck is you talking about? But that goes into, yo, a lot of these guys need to stay away from real conversations. You understand what I'm saying? Like everybody's not adverse into talking on certain topics. I think Mike Epps probably meant well, but that ain't his lane, man. That ain't his lane. Yo, we gotta stop bringing people on podcasts and just asking them anything just because he's a face or he's a name or he's a celebrity or she's a celebrity because they don't. A lot of times they don't know what they're talking about. No, once he explained it, I agree. But when he first put it out there, see, this the thing, yo. When you speak on certain topics, you really gotta explain it so it can't get confused. The problem with what he said was, hold on, he didn't explain it, so he allowed people to be able to tangle and twist it, and that's not actually what he meant. Hold on. Mike Epps says you shouldn't celebrate coming home from prison.
Mike Epps says you shouldn't celebrate coming home from prison.
What platform he was on?
Watch Mike Epps tell Jim Jones why we shouldn't celebrate people coming home from jail, and what he said will really make you think.
Those are the wrong journeys to celebrate, young man. There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get no care package. You are a failure. Get your ass out here and help these kids. Pay that back forward. That's the reward. I got niggas all the time come straight home. If I don't do what they want me to do for them, I'm a sellout. I'm a suck ass nigga. Right. I done did the whole bit with them. I done been to Walmart 100 times, J paying and meeting guards, doing all kind of shit I ain't supposed to be doing with you, nigga.
As soon as you say no one time,
they done forgot about the other 99 times you said yes.
Y'all think Mike has a point? Watch Mike Epps tell Jim Jones why.
We gotta find it longer. That shit was clipped up. Here we go.
Damn, HR is the complete HR software.
Yo, it's a lot of rhetoric. That's why I said Jim Jones don't need a podcast, man. Yo, it is a lot of nonsense and rhetoric coming from Jim Jones' platform, man. Yo, he do not need a platform. We do not need to hear from Jim Jones, man. We don't. I'm mad I don't know who the fuck paid them to do this shit. Yo, well, we don't need Jim Jones speaking on real topics, yo. We need Jim Jones in the booth. I don't even know if we need him there. I mean, we might need Jim Jones working in a deli or something. Like, for real, like, yo, we don't need him with a platform, but he's not smart enough. He's ignorant. He's ignorant.
Ambu HR is the complete HR software. Self-service employee records, payroll that is fast, accurate.
Podcast. I am your host, Big Fruit.
Oh man, this somebody else.
Michael Jordan, of course. Can't just. I really have to say, and it's some love. I say, let's see. Standing on these.
This ain't even that part. This ain't even your shit. Hold on. They done pushed the bitch out the algorithm. Alright, so Mike Epps responded to that. You heard basically what he said. But that's why, yo, when you talk on certain topics, you really gotta explain it thoroughly. That way people can't get it confused. Like when I talk on certain topics, sometimes you gotta go all the way to the beginning. Like I always tell you, this is what a lot of people do, a lot of conservatives do, like a Charlie Kirk, like when he talk about black people. You can't talk about the struggles in black America and start at the end result. No, yo, if you want to give an accurate depiction on what's the ills of the black community and what's holding us back, then you got to start at what got us there first and then work your way up, or else you just misleading. You understand? Like to speak on certain topics, then you have to start at the beginning and then reach a conclusion. You have to. Or else you're going misleading. You're misleading. And you're allowing people to misinterpret what you actually mean.
Did they ask you to do the commercial too?
Yeah, they did. But my line was fat like a Caesar.
When I was diagnosed with cancer, Kaiser Permanente was right there. They assembled an amazing...
You know, I don't think that's cool. So I'm sorry if anybody took it the wrong way and got offended. I love my brothers. I've been incarcerated myself. I understand what that is, but I might have said it the wrong way, but I mean well. And I love you, brothers. Free my brothers that's coming home. My man Derek, free all the guys that's coming home, man. And about the food stamp thing, The food stamp thing was misunderstood too. What I was saying is that we need to break the cycle of being on food stamps. There's 3 generations of people that have been on food stamps. Of grandmother, mother, and daughter. That's crazy. We gotta do better. We can't think that.
Look, and I just was talking to one of my man Davon. He be in the chat. I just was talking to him about the food stamp thing, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If it's 3 generations of solely relying on the government to survive, yo, that is an issue. And it's not a black issue. That's just an issue in general. But let's just talk about black people, right? So we do have those situations. Right? But I don't think it's as big as people are trying to make it. I think there's way more people, like my mother, right? I told you I grew up on welfare. Yeah, my mother always worked. Always worked. Like, yo, there was never a time growing up when my mother didn't work. But you gotta remember, at that time, minimum wage was like fucking $5 or something crazy. You see what I'm saying? So she might just ain't have enough. There's way more of those type of people on food stamps or on welfare than it is people that's just abusing the system. And you do have people that abuse the system, and they're not all black. It's black, whites, Hispanics. It's a lot of people that abuse the system. I don't like this argument when it comes down to what the food stamp situation, because a lot of people, it's like it's stereotypical, and a lot of people want to just place it on the hands, on the feet of black people, and that's not actually the case. Now, I do agree, y'all. 3 generations on welfare with no real changes is crazy. Far as in the family, like somebody got to break that cycle. It got to be somebody in that family tree that be like, yo, I watched my mother go through this. I watched my grandmother go through this. You know what I mean? I got to be the one to change this because it's not cool. It's not cool. But like I said, I don't think that's as big as an issue as people want y'all to believe. I think that's a small percentage. Now, let me see. I wonder if they got numbers on that. Hold on. I'm gonna let them finish.
Oh, there's some people out there that need assistance. That's well, fine, and understood. But there's people out there taking advantage of the system that's not good. So just want to apologize if I offended anybody. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Mike Epps, man. I just want to get on here and clarify and clear a few things up. Number one, about the brothers coming home from prison being celebrated. I've always been a part of reform. I got brothers right now from my hometown that I'm trying to help come home that've been in prison forever. I think you guys might have misunderstood what I was saying. I might have said it the wrong way, but what I was trying to say is we don't want to send kids mixed messages about coming home from prison being celebrated. You know, feeling like you got to go to prison and do 30, 40 years to be celebrated. I think you guys misunderstood that.
See, but that's not true either, because that's alluding to that's a false representation of what's going on. By saying that's alluding to us only celebrating people coming home from prison. We celebrate birthdays, you know, we celebrate graduations. Yo, we celebrate a lot, man. We celebrate accomplishments, you know. And I ain't talking about graduation, I'm just talking about getting good grades. You know, we celebrate a lot, man. Like I think that's a misrepresentation. we do celebrate everything. Basically, you understand what I'm saying? That we basically do celebrate everything. We do. That's a fact.
What I said wasn't saying that it was wrong to be celebrated, but we don't want to send a message to the kids saying prison is great. That you want to go home, go do 30 years and come home, you know.
stress-free banking.
Ain't nothing great about prison. I ain't gonna lie, prison is the worst place. Man, I told my kids that years ago. Like, yo, you don't never want to go to jail, yo. For real. This shit ain't fun. It ain't cool. Now, look, I understand when Max B came home and they went crazy for him. I understand as a young teenager, you know, whose mind is still underdeveloped or still developing, can see that and be like, yo, I want that. I understand that. But that's when it's up to us to explain, yo, they're not celebrating him doing time in prison and ain't snitching. He's not being celebrated for that. He's being celebrated because his loved ones miss him and they don't want him to go back. That's what the celebration is about. So Mike Epps could have just said that as opposed to coming at it the way he came at it like there was something wrong with what they was doing. Because there wasn't nothing wrong with what they did. But I understand how young kids growing up can you know, get a false perception and think, oh shit, I gotta go to jail to be celebrated. But no, they ain't celebrating that. When you can go to jail and come out and it don't be not one person. Man, hell no, man. Ravens look like some shit. Man, you can. Most people go to jail and come home and don't got one person outside that bitch. You heard me? They gotta get a bus pass from the jail just to get where the fuck they going. Most people. Let me see. What is the percentage of people on welfare that don't work?
A significant portion of able-bodied adults receiving welfare benefits don't work, and the percentage varies. For example, one study showed about 42% of those in California weren't employed, while another found 64% of those receiving food stamps didn't work at all.
That's 64. Yeah, about 42% of able-bodied adults in California receiving welfare are not employed, while 23, 964 able-bodied adults do not work at all. That is a high number. That's in California though, but what's the overall? Food stamps is found about 60. It's important to note that many people who receive welfare benefits, especially families, do have at least one person working. So, you know, these numbers are misleading. We need better numbers. We need like a real breakdown of the numbers. 23. I don't know if these numbers is real, y'all. Yo, because I don't know too many people just abusing the system and don't work. Yo, most of the people I know that's getting food stamps work. Found that 61% of adults were not employed in any month, and 12% were employed in some months. Yeah, but out of 100%, hold on, y'all. All right, Pew Research Center. Yeah, I don't know if I trust these numbers, man. These numbers are questionable, man. Cause I don't think it's broken down enough. The numbers vary from month to month, but in May, we're out nearly 1 in every 8 people in the country. I'm trying to figure out people that do work though. Years 1980 and 2008, the share of all U.S. households receiving SNAP benefits stayed between 7% and 11%, but that percentage rose rapidly during the Great Recession, peaking at 18% in 2013. Oh, y'all. I don't know. I don't. All right, look. So this is a Pew study. The majority of families that received benefits in 2018 included at least one employed individual. This is what makes sense. So we talking about 12% of the 79 million families in the United States received SNAP benefits at some point. They worked. More than three-quarters of those families had at least one worker, and about one-third included two or more workers. Clearly indicate that many families that rely on nutrition. Yeah, see, y'all, this makes sense to me. This makes sense. This is what makes sense to me. Like ain't no way it's no motherfucking 60%. That how ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. This makes way more sense to me. That's why I don't think it's a big issue like people make it, like people want you to believe. Or work patterns vary by family. Yeah, see this should get down to the nitty gritty of it. Of 3.4 million married couples receiving SNAP benefits, 84% had at least one worker. Nearly half, 49, had two or more workers. These data show that SNAP provides nutritional support for many U.S. working families. Yeah, see, this would make sense to me. Those other numbers, I'm like, yo, there ain't no way, yo. Ain't no way that, yo, 61% don't work. Man, fuck no. Ain't no way, yo. Everybody that I know get food stamps work. Every person that I know that get food stamps work. Or doing something. They making some date or I'm gonna say work. I'm gonna say everybody. But most of the people I know get food stamps work. Like I said, my mother, we was on welfare my whole childhood. My mother always worked. Always. Never went without a job. And I said that to say, when people make that argument, it's misleading and it kind of and it's kind of stereotypical because they want you to believe that, yo, a large portion of, we're going to say black people, even though we know that, you know, welfare is not a black or white issue. But we're going to say black people because that's the stereotypes that they like to put on black people, that we are abusing the system and just not working. And I don't think that's the case, y'all. I think most people are working hard as a bitch. The price of living just high as a motherfucker. You feel me? Price of living just high. That's what I believe. That's what makes the most sense to me. I don't believe that narrative. Now there are families, like I told y'all before, it is generations of poverty. It is. It is generations of poverty. It's a problem. But it's not as big as they want you to believe. You understand what I'm saying? You got families where everybody on welfare, nobody working. It's motherfuckers just having kids just to get a check. You do have that. Yo, but that's not a That's a small portion, man. That's almost like saying, um, that's almost like going into how they say black men commit most of the crimes, well, most of the murders in America. Yeah, but that's a small number. It's not all black men. You understand? Like, yo, one of the worst things you can do is just put everybody in a box. And America does that to black people often. They just put us all in a box and say, look, it's black men committing murders. It's a small percentage. It's, yo, most black people in America never killed nobody. You feel me? Most black men in America never killed anybody. But when you run a narrative like that, for the people that ain't out here committing crimes and the people that don't want to harm nobody, they still get viewed as the small percentage that's out here doing harm to people. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand that correlation that I just made? Yo, we just don't need entertainers speaking on certain topics, man. Like, a lot of them is doing a disservice, yo. A lot of them, and they probably mean well, but they just not, they just not educated enough on the topics. You know, and I don't mean educated as far as college wise. I'm just mean educated as far as, you know, doing research, you know, paying attention. You know, most people don't pay attention to what's really going on. You know, they live in their bubble. Yeah, but yeah, Mike Epps is wrong for that, man. People can celebrate what they want, and I think it was good that he explained. Like, I think he meant well. Yeah, drill music is doing that, but drill music is doing that to the United States too, Jonathan. Drill music. It ain't enough people talking about drill music, man. We should have been got rid of drill music once it fucking did what it did with Chicago. We should have never allowed drill music to reach the heights that it reached now, where damn near all 50 states or 52 states, however many states it is, got a drill culture. We should have never allowed that to happen, y'all. But the problem is that we're not at the head, yo. We don't have no say so in our own culture. Just like what Joe Buttons was just saying. There's always gonna be some people that want to get in. You know, when they see money, when they see green, and they see it's a new lane or a new avenue to monetize, there's going to be some people, no matter how detrimental it is to us, you know, because they're not of the culture. So there's going to be some people that already got some money, that already got the bag. They're going to want to get in, and they're going to want to transition it. Oh my God, I think my phone rate cut off. What the fuck, y'all? I don't want to install nothing. I think my phone might cut off, y'all. But there's going to be some people that want to get in and transition into what they want to transition into. Like Black Lives Matter. I always talk about that. You know, Black Lives Matter was the gay movement. You feel me? Now, did it start off organically? I don't know. But somewhere along the lines, that shit turned gay. You feel me? You know, once them corporations got involved, and the NBA and the NCAA and Nike and, you know, everybody that got involved, that shit turned into the gay movement, man. Could have been the gay movement the whole time, possibly, but that's not what they told us. They told us it was about police brutality. Yo, that's why you don't take them people money. If you take them people money, you got to have strict rules in place. Like, all right, look, this need to be written and documented. I'm going to partner with you on this, but I got sole control of everything. I just need you for the marketing and distribution. I just need you to put the money behind me. But You can't control my message. You can't control my message, man. Like my message has to be what I think, what I feel. You can have no say so over my message, but they ain't not gonna sign no deal like that because they only sign these people to silence them or to control them. Like yo, $1,000,000 worth of game. I stopped watching $1,000,000 worth of game because they got too much fucking ads, man. Have y'all watched that platform lately? Man, the ads out this world. I'm talking about every 30 seconds. Like, god damn, bro, y'all just take every bag. The fuck? Like, yo, they not turning down no bags over there, man. Gilly and Willow. So at that point, it's like, yo, can you really give $1,000,000 worth of game? Yeah, my phone rate cut off, yo. If it cut off, oh no, I say 441. No, we good. 441. So it's like, with that many people paying you, can you really give $1,000,000 worth of game? I'm asking y'all. If you got Manscaped, you got Amsterdam Vodka, you got Barstool, you got 1,000 different companies paying you. Can you really give $1,000,000 worth of game? Can you speak on uncomfortable topics and be honest? No, you can't because now you're jeopardizing that brand. You feel me? How they look at it, now you jeopardizing my brand because we co-signing you. No, they don't. They don't. I used to fuck with them. Don't got the same energy no more. They brought into. And you see how they talk now. Oh, we get money with the white guys. You see how they talk? Similar to Jim Jones. I just don't like to sell out, y'all. Like, you don't have to sell out to me, man. Like, we're never going to build anything of substance as long as people keep selling out. We're never going to do it. QCP sold his record label. The fuck name of QCP record label was I don't know, y'all. Y'all know the record label. Sold your record label, bro. You could have been the next motherfucking No Limit. You could have been the next Cash Money. You could have been the next Bad Boy. You could have been the next, Rap a Lot. Quality Control. But you sold out. Yeah, you got the bag. But now look what happened to your artists. They killed the label. I seen that album. They killed the label. Who's over there now? Who's over there? They're still rapping. It look like Lil Baby. That's one of the things that fucked up Lil Baby career. He wasn't on board with it because they tried to buy his catalog first and he turned it down. Scooter Braun tried to buy Lil Baby catalog first and he turned it down. Only for Peter to fucking sell his catalog anyway. Like he went over top of his head and sold it. Yeah, we gotta start seeing our own projects through to the end. Now, some people say it's a good business. It's good business practices to build something up and sell it, and that's true. But who you selling it to? It matters. It matters in a bigger picture. Who you selling it to? You building up a platform, and then you selling that shit to the motherfuckers that, to the oppressor. Let's just use the word oppressor. You feel me? You building up a platform, then selling it to the oppressor. Yeah, you got your bag, but this platform probably could have changed more lives. Now they took your platform and redirected it. Prime example, Zeus Network. We just watched a whole video on how Zeus Network started compared to what it is now. You feel me? Zeus Network, the idea of Zeus Network was supposed to be like a black Netflix. They turned that bitch into, they pushed all the guys out of it that was, that had the idea originally, brought some new guys in it, me the face of it and turned that shit into a fucking shithole. You feel me? But that's what they always do. Like they did with the rap game. That's what they always do, man. We just gotta start standing firm, yo. Go through the ringer, yo. You might get shadow banned and shit like that, you know. You might, they might make it hard for you, yo. But I'm telling you, if you see it through to the end, it'll be worth it. The problem is, yo, don't nobody want to see it through to the end. You know, people want to take the bag, man. Like that is what it is, and I get it. You know, you need money to survive, but as long as we got the mentality, yo, we always gonna be as a community in fucked up spaces. Fucked up spaces. Because another thing people do is, yo, why you want me to say it? 6'7", man? Straight up, man, 6'7". Another thing what people do is, you ain't forget what I was gonna say, Roy. God damn it. Yeah, we just always gonna be in a fucked up situation, man. We ain't never gonna get to where we wanna be. As long as we keep selling out. Taking the bag. You hate forget what I was gonna say. I had a good point too. Def had a good point I was trying to make. Fucking got the shit. Man, hell yeah. They can't wait to get that 360 deal. That's what they're giving out on YouTube now. 360 deals. They turn YouTube into the rap industry. It's the crazy thing about it is, for the people that have been over here, y'all know I've been saying this for the longest time. And it's like now people are starting to see it, you know. But every new rapper that comes out with a podcast, you're starting to see that, damn, Keep It G News been saying that shit. Like a lot of these guys not getting paid off their YouTube. I don't think so. These guys getting paid up front. You know what I mean? They're getting paid up front. They're getting pushed to the top of the algorithm so these corporations that they work for can get their money back. They just probably getting 5% of what their YouTube earners make. Niggas is coming on YouTube already monetized. Oh, let me show y'all this. Steve Will Do It. Y'all familiar with y'all? Steve Will Do It says that he should be able to say the N-word because he helps out black people. This is what he said, y'all. He said because he helps out black people and he donated millions to black people, he should be able to say the N-word because people know he ain't racist. Yo really said this. Y'all watch. Wait till I find it. Y'all think I'm lying. He really said that shit. Look, hold on. Here you go.
Ask you a real question. I say I'm that nigga. It's just way better than saying I'm that dude, and I feel comfortable saying it because, people don't understand. I'll be like, I've given away like $2 million to $8 million, like in the hood to like black people. I'm not saying I can just buy it. It's just like I'd be like hanging out with them. I'd be like the only white person with like 100 black people. I'll wear $700,000 of watches. I'll have no security. I'll see someone with a gun or whatever, and like I'm like these are like. I feel like you guys are like, I'm like part of the community in a way, and that, so it's like, what? I don't want to say I'm that dude. That's like, you know what I'm saying, like a big. I only say it because of my personal life experiences. Like, when I say I've given out millions of dollars for my YouTube video and my YouTube videos, and I always film them, like it is what it is, and it's just like. I don't know, man. And I'm just saying whatever's on my whole thing now is saying whatever I think, whatever's on my mind. So instead of like thinking I'm that nigga and then switching to I'm that dude, I'm like, I'm just gonna say it. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? And then if someone black came up to me and said like, yo, like, we don't like that for this reason, I'll be like, yes, I won't ever say it again. But it's only white people telling me not to say it. Yeah. You know what
These people just be playing with us, man.
My son.
Yo, that's crazy, yo. You're like, yo, the rationale behind that shit is fucking insane. Like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Like, why does it, like, I don't know. I don't know. I had to show y'all that, though. I meant to show y'all that, like, 2 days ago. I actually never get around to it. So let me show y'all what happened with Ray J. Well, I showed y'all what happened to Ray J earlier. He winds up bailing out. Whack 100 bailed him out. Hold on.
Yes, because I'm not gonna let the story go to where it don't supposed to go. You in my house, we having an argument. Alright? We grown ups. If you wanna leave, leave. The kids is upstairs sleep in my bed. You wanna go upstairs and take the kids, wake them up into this grown up argument which shouldn't have happened. Instead of letting them sleep, you wanna snatch her and take her with you. Then you got a dude coming in my bedroom where my kids is asleep, and they're trying to get in my bed and take my kids because all of y'all are drunk. Y'all can't drive with these kids drunk. I'm not letting it happen. This dude is coming in my room, getting in my bed to take my kid. I'm going to defend my kids, and I'm gonna defend my space. And now, when they call the police, no problem. I'm sure the police gonna come and understand what I'm going through. Listen, I'm gonna say this because I go to jail. I'm in my bedroom. They're in there snatching my kids out of the bed while they're asleep, and they're waking up yelling and screaming and crying. A dude is getting my kid out of the bed, bro. I'm going for mine. For my kids, I'm going to double down on that. Y'all can't do that. But you know what? It is what it is. I love my kids. I'm not playing about my kids, and that's it. That's it. I'm in my house. Y'all in my bedroom. Taking my kids out of the bed at 4 in the morning. With a man, with you, in my bedroom. I don't know what else I would have done. I showed self-control. I didn't touch Princess. I didn't touch nobody until the nigga started trying to get in the bed and snatch my. I go to jail. That's a whole nother thing, man. I'm in my house. I hate that this shit happened.
Now, his ex-wife spoke out. This him getting out of jail. Look, they can't help themselves, yo. Look, they can't help themselves, yo. Like, yo, look at Whack 100. Yo, they cannot put the camera down, man. The camera is the reason his ass got booked. Yeah, I don't even know if he even got booked, yo, because I'm thinking, yo, you can't bail out on Thanksgiving. You understand? The court's not even open. The courts ain't even open on Thanksgiving, yo. So I'm starting to question that whole situation. Like, what I said, how the fuck you bail out on Thanksgiving? You can bail out on Thanksgiving in California? Let's find out. Can you bail out of jail on Thanksgiving in California?
Yes, you can bail
really?
someone out of jail in California on Thanksgiving? Bail bond companies work around the clock, including holidays, and most jails have procedures for processing releases. Even on Thanksgiving, you'll need to contact a bail bond company. For legal advice, consult a professional.
I don't know about that, man. Cause the court's not open. Is courts open in California on Thanksgiving?
No, California courts are closed on Thanksgiving, which is the fourth Thursday in November, and the day after. Both are typically observed as holidays.
I'm thinking they might have used that shit for clout. I think they might have used that shit for clout. But that just show you how that just show you the type of shit these niggas on. A real situation where a gun was drawn, argument was made in front of. Let's say the whole situation was fake. So you staged the fake situation in front of your kids, where the ex-wife said you pulled out a gun in front of the children for clout. Let's say it's fake. Yo, that is crazy, yo. If they fake that shit, I wouldn't be surprised. Cause look at this. Who would do this? Let's say it's real now. So you was on string. You allegedly pulled a gun out on your ex-wife. The kids witnessed it all. The kids crying in the background. You go to jail, post bond, and this is the first thing you do?
Ray J, can you say anything about what happened?
No, we all right. No comment, man.
No comment right now?
All right.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, though, to you.
Happy Thanksgiving
I appreciate
to
you
you
doing your
too.
job, though.
I know. Someone
Okay.
has to work on Thanksgiving,
I
right?
got who you work for.
I work for an agency. So would you like to say anything about what happened? Could you say anything on behalf of Ray J?
You got the incident. It's on the internet. We're free. You know what happened? He called his manager, and I came and got him. You want a manager that answer your calls on holidays? You know what I'm saying? Who ain't gonna ignore you? Holler at the hunting side.
So what are the Thanksgiving plans now?
Going on, man. Been a long time.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Okay.
Now look, so the girl princess spoke out
Listen, I'm
about
gonna say this.
No, hold up.
If you can
Look at
lose
that.
your gut and get skinny,
Look at this. Hold up.
skinny,
Back to Steve will do it. And then we're gonna go to Princess Love. I just want to show you how they keep playing with black people, man. Look at this.
if you can lose your gut and get skinny, I will give you any one of my cars. Between like 4 Rolls Royces, 4 Ferraris.
Give me a black chick.
Oh my God, I was just talking to one. Do you know her?
Actually, no, gorgeous dog. Fucking gorgeous dog. Steve said you're the prettiest. Like, it's like having a black woman with no makeup,
Yeah,
right? Top tier.
it is dope.
Yeah, because look at other ones, right?
Oh yeah, oh my God. Black women with makeup are not it.
Give me one. Rosie O'Donnell. Anyways,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yo, they just keep playing, yo. And look, Remo, who's supposed to be black, this is what he posts on his page. Like, this is what I be saying, yo. Like, we got a serious issue with the people that got a voice. And we gotta find a way to reverse that shit. You feel me? Like, I don't know if we can do it. But shit, we can't keep going this direction. Like, as a black man, right? As a black man with a podcast, I wouldn't post this and not refute it. Like, you don't just post things like this and just leave it up for public perception or public consumption. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this would never, I'd have never just posted this and not said nothing. This man said, black women without makeup is basically ugly. Black, man, it's some beautiful black women out here, man. Black is beautiful in general. You feel me? But yet and still, this the same guy that just said he want to say the N-word. The same guy that say he feel like he deserves to say the N-word because he gave millions to black people. Then you got 6ix9ine who told on millions of black people. You feel me? And now he talking about black women, and this is what he want if he loses his gut, and black women without makeup is ugly. And man, get the fuck out of here, man. And most people, most
What the
women,
hell are we talking about? You lose your gut.
it's a lot of women don't need to wear makeup at all. Yo, what I say anything about being a victim? I'm speaking on certain situations that these people have said. We're not. It's not about a victim. I don't know what the fuck that is, man.
I'll give you a Rolls Royce. How about that deal?
I think you need to come with a better response,
I'd rather black girl. Okay.
and then we can have a real conversation. All right, but this was the Princess Love Girl.
I've been doing a really great job at protecting my peace and staying off of social media and just going to work, taking care of my kids, minding my business. I love my kids.
No, he said black women without makeup is ugly, basically. Or black women who wear makeup is ugly. My bad. That is what he said in there. Said black women who wear makeup is ugly.
Yeah, because look at other ones, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Black women with makeup are not it. Give me one. Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah, you're right. My bad there.
Anyways.
Even still, it's still black women with makeup, without makeup. The fuck black women beautiful, period, man. They can, you know, every person, and that ain't a black thing. You feel me? That's another thing. Yo, any woman that wears makeup, she's not wearing makeup because she's ugly or she got bad skin or any of that. You know, some women just like wear makeup, yo, because it makes them feel better. It makes them, you know, I don't know. It makes them build their ego. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of different reasons. Yeah, hell yeah. I like natural black women. Yo, but I'm not gonna say that black women that wear makeup are ugly or they trying to hide something. I don't think it's fair to just put that on black women. You understand? Like if you're gonna make that statement in general. You can make that a general statement. Women who wear makeup are trying to hide their true features. Don't put it on black women, because that's not something that just pertains to black women. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I just want to say, I've been doing a really great job at protecting my peace and staying off of social media and just going to work, taking care of my kids, minding my business. I love my kids, and I would never do anything to put them in danger, including leaving them with a man who's waving a gun around. I would never do anything to put my kids' lives in danger. I'm the best mother, and I do it alone. I take my kids to school alone. I go to parent-teacher conferences alone. I put them to bed alone, while you're out here running around the world terrorizing women and abusing women. What I'm not about to do, I just want to say, I've been doing a really great job at protecting my peace. And is let you deflect and not take accountability for your actions, for pulling a gun out on me and my cousin's husband because I was trying to take my kids and leave your house. I agreed to come over there and cook for Thanksgiving because I wanted you to be around your kids. With me present, because the last time I left them with you, they found you naked in a bed with a woman. And when I tried to ask you about it, you told me to f myself. And that I don't run over there. So, take accountability, Ray. Do better. Check yourself into rehab. Because you're more than drunk. You're not about to sit here and try and make me look crazy when I am the best mother. Since the day my kids were born, I've been the best mother, and I'll take that. Because I am. everything I do for my kids, is let you deflect, including being around you when I don't want to or have to. It's just, it's crazy. I'm going to continue to pray for you and pray that you get the help that you need. Because waving a gun around and leaving guns everywhere around your house is not okay. I did nothing to you to deserve that. My cousin's husband didn't do anything to deserve that. And never again. Including being around you.
If he was scheduled, like I don't understand what happened. Maybe he had the kids and she was supposed to come over to do Thanksgiving. Like I don't know what the fuck happened. I think that shit, whatever happened, it should have been off the fucking internet. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I know that's a crazy situation. I think Ray J gonna get in a lot of trouble behind that shit. They say he gave him $50,000 bond. I think his ass fucking end up doing some time about that shit. He gonna have to try to mend that relationship. Hopefully she don't come to court. But the only thing about it is, it's on camera. He's on camera threatening her. Well, not her, but the other guy there. That's a crime, man. And you visibly showed the firearm. That's if it was real. And if it's fake, it's just as egregious. Because you played the whole game with something that resembled a firearm with your kids there. It started like, I don't know. Question everything nowadays. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. They was in California. California got stiff gun laws. California gun laws stiff as Maryland's in New York. Yep, but y'all appreciate everybody that tapped in. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all new. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, but when we was talking about the black women, I just think that was ignorant to put that on black women and say that black women who wear makeup is normally ugly. Like, that's basically what he said. Black women that wear makeup is ugly. And I don't think that's true. People wear makeup for different reasons. And I don't think it's fair to put that on any particular race of women. Now, I like women without makeup. Shit, but I'm not opposed to dealing with women with makeup either. You feel me? Like, that's what he said. He said black women, no, he said black women who wear makeup is ugly. He said he like, you know, he want black women that's natural. But I don't think it's fair to say that because all women don't wear makeup to hide their true features. You know what I mean? And that's not something you just put on black women. If you want to say, I don't like women with makeup, that's cool. Steve will do it in 6ix9ine. Just say I don't like women, but don't say black women. And then say, yeah, because black women with makeup is ugh. Let me play it again for y'all. Before we end the live. So y'all know what I'm talking about.
Alright, and get skinny. I will give you any one of my cars. I have between like 4 Rolls Royces, 4 Ferraris. Give me a black chick. Oh my god, I was just talking to one. Do you know her? Actually, no, gorgeous dog. Fucking gorgeous dog. Steve said you're the prettiest. Like, it's like having a black woman with no makeup.
Yeah.
Right? Top tier.
It is dope.
Yeah, because look at other ones, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Black women with makeup are not it.
Give me one. Rosie O'Donnell? Anyways, wait.
He said black women with makeup is not it. That's what he said, yo. I don't think it's fair to do that. I mean, yeah, but yo, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the hype button. Ravens look like some shit today. Pissed me the fuck off. Sit outside in fucking 30-degree weather to watch us lose. That is wild, ain't it? That was wild in itself. But it is what it is. But it's another day. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We'll be live tomorrow sometime. He is irrelevant to us for real. But they try to make these guys relevant to us. I don't think it's fair. I don't think nothing they do over there is fair, man. I wouldn't even share that shit. I said something to Remo the other day because he shared a rapper dissing another rapper. I'm like, oh, why share that, bro? He shared a rapper dissing a dead rapper. Like, oh, that y'all are the problem. Why share this? Let him keep that. If that's what he want to do on his platform, yo, let him keep that shit on his platform. Why would you share it to yours? Like, I don't know, yo. It's just fucking crazy, man. You know, it's crazy, motherfucker, man. But like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Hope everybody enjoyed their day. Hope everybody get a good rest. You know what I mean? It's another day. Keep it you need. I don't know.